Hi there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that today you can join me in my backyard. You can hear the cars if you listen a little closely, but why would you want to do that when you could just look at the greenery and enjoy that with me? It's a new season and it's a beautiful season, and I'm excited to just be able to come back outside and just play around in the dirt. So, today my topic is wants. Yesterday, I wanted to take a drive out away from Alabama and go to the Florida state line and basically just kind of put my foot in the sand in Florida. There's something about the water in Florida that completely soothes me. And so I wanted to do that. And I wanted to do that with my family. The interesting thing about our wants is no one can tell us what those things are, and no one can actualize them for us. We have to be the one to say, I want this, and therefore I'm going to go after that, and I'm going to satisfy myself in getting that, whatever it may be. So, an interesting story, a couple years ago, I really wanted my children to love reading. I wanted them to understand that there was something beautiful about getting into a book, getting into learning about the characters. I wanted them to just be avid readers. What I didn't realize, though, was that that was a desire for myself. I grew up in Jamaica until I was about 11 years old, and at that time, books were something that was very hard to come by. By the time I got to the United States when I was 11, my parents were really just trying to figure out how to have us survive in Newark, New Jersey. And after that, I went to 3 high schools in 4 years. And that all had a lot to do with your zip code and systematic racism and all of that stuff. And so really I was all about survival. Once I got to college, it was just really I was just kind of tumbling through. Now, my desire was, or my want was, I wanted them to learn how to read. But I didn't have that for myself. I knew there was power in reading, but I didn't have that for myself. But yet I wanted it for them. And so what happened a couple years ago, I did the most amazing thing, which was to go to the library and apply for a free library card. Can you imagine a free library card give you access to books upon books, videos upon videos, so many resources that so many countries lack. Um, and so I got my library card and got my books, and I started to read, and I started to create rituals around my readings. So in the mornings I woke up a little earlier than everyone else, and I'd be on the couch, and the kids would come out and they would see me reading, and they would snuggle up close to me, and they're still warm, but my book is really good, so I would hold them and I would read still. And then in the afternoons I would put a timer on for 10 minutes. If it was really warm, I'd stay in my hammock. You got to have a hammock in your life, people. Please get a hammock. um, I would lay in my hammock or sit on the couch. Whatever it was 10 minutes of me reading. And at the time, I didn't notice that I was actually reading for my own joy, but my children were following along with me because I would cry with my characters. They laugh at me still about that. And I would laugh with my characters. And at dinner time, I wanted to share about my characters. And so I was falling in love with reading. I was fulfilling this desire or this want inside of me for them that I didn't know that I was lacking in myself. And so there's a fly. That's what happens when you videotape outside. Um, it got really exciting because all of a sudden they were like wanting to sit on the couch and read with me, wanted to sit on my timed, like 10 minutes, and they wanted to come and hang out with me in the hammock. And so honestly, I feel like I did an injustice to my two oldest because as much as they love reading now, oh, my youngest son, he soaks up books. We call him Booker T. or a book eater because he gets the books and he's just all in it for the day. And so what I want the takeaway for this to be is whatever it is that you want for your children, just know that there is a desire within you that want that for yourself. And you owe yourself that gift to fulfill that, especially if it's a great want, right? If, especially it's something that is going to change you in a transformative way where you become more of yourself. I also think that for women, we sometimes want things from our husbands. We want things that they have no idea that we want these things. And so if we can get to that place where we can own our wants and express them, say them, write them, whatever it is to get that across, so we're not waiting for people to fulfill these wants of ours that they cannot, consume in their own mind what that is for you. Um, when it comes to your wants for yourself. And so for me, I've always wanted to be a writer. But when I was younger, I was told there was no space for me, or I didn't understand what that meant. And now I'm getting to the point where if I want to write, then I have to start writing. If I want to see my name in a magazine, if I want to see my name in a book, I have to sit down and I have to write. So, whatever your wants are, if this week you can challenge yourself to move one step closer to that, then I think you're doing a great justice to yourself, to your children, to your husband, and to those around you. I hope this video blog serves as a source of inspiration. I really honestly do. And if it does, and you are moved to do something differently this week, please just shoot me an email. I get a lot of emails. Not a lot of people want to comment on the section below, but shoot me an email or a text, whatever it is, just to let me know that you are working on something and you want my support via a prayer or encouragement. I'm really good with texting back. So, whatever it is, I want to thank you so much for tuning into my channel. And for those who don't comment, but then you write me a little sweet little email, I want to go ahead and say thank you, because one of you in particular this week re-inspired this idea that I wanted to do these videos, but honestly, I'm not very tech savvy, and so it can become discouraging. But I'm so grateful for that one text that said, hey, I found something really beautiful in this, and I'm going to try this with my husband this week. So there we go. I hope you go ahead and fulfill that want, and I hope you can be a better person to yourself this week. God bless you. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you found something here meaningful or helpful, or leave me a comment, and I'm going to go ahead and say I appreciate you so much for subscribing. You guys have a great Sunday. Happy Lent. Bye.